Hello everybody, I hope you're having a beautiful day. I just wanted to kind of go over my process of what happened. I left this starter in the back of my fridge. It was covered with a wax cloth and nothing else, and so it dried out pretty good. You can tell it kind of looks like a big old thick cracker. I just went ahead and chopped that up, got it really nice and fine, almost powdery. And then I dissolved it in some warm water, mixed it all up, got it all dissolved. I went ahead and added some flour. This is just regular unbleached all-purpose flour. Mix that up. I think I ended up doing a couple scoops of that. And then I added enough to it that it created a thick pancake batter consistency. Later that day, this is what it looks like. You can see the liquid coming off of it. That's hootch. Hootch is just the liquid that comes off of the starter, letting you know that it's going through its food quickly, so you need to feed it a little bit more. So I'm feeding it about twice a day, 12 or so hours apart, give or take. Just kind of when I'm noticing it and I think about it, then I'll do it. And this is the second day, and so I'm just rinsing and repeating. Adding some water, adding some flour, mixing it up, and letting it sit until the next feeding. And Monday. Nice and dramatic reveal. Oh, look at all those bubbles. And that tells you it's alive and it's kicking. Got some big bubbles, got some little bubbles there. As a side shot, you can see the bubbles going all the way down to the bottom. And this is later that day, so the second feeding for that day. You can see even more bubbles and an increase in them. Lots of little bubbles. Looks fantastic. So I just want to encourage you guys to not give up. Don't overthink it. Don't listen to everyone that says, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that. Don't use a metal spoon. Don't use this. Don't do that. Like, it's starter. It's yeast and bacteria and all these things in there that are doing their magic. They've been doing them for forever. Just experiment. What do you have to lose? Really? Look at that. Tuesday was the same, rinse and repeat. Wednesday, I went ahead and made some bread. So I had a container in the fridge that I put discard in every time I went to go feed it. I took some away and then added the water and the flour mixture, just like you're supposed to. And my container was filling up with the discard, so I needed to use it. So I went ahead and made bread with it. So this is not even the part that's been sticking out on my countertop. This is the stuff that's been in the fridge, supposedly dormant, right? Obviously, it's working. Beautiful loaf, nice sound to it. Lots of bubbles. Look at those. Look at that crumb. It's gorgeous. And it was delicious. Hi everyone. I just wanted to jump on and kind of go over and clarify some points here. So the recipe I used, I don't have a link to it. I'm not sure exactly where I got it, but basically it's 1 cup of fed starter, 1 cup of warm water plus 2 tablespoons, 3 cups of wheat flour. I just use regular all-purpose unbleached flour, 2 tablespoons of improver if you want to. I did not use that. 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of yeast, 2 tablespoons of oil. You mix that until it's incorporated, and then you let it rest. It's gonna look really wet, it's gonna look really sticky. Just leave it, it's fine. You let it rest for about 20 minutes or so, and then you can fold it over on itself a couple of times, just mixing it up some more, and then you proof it for 90 minutes. I dumped it into a greased pan, a bread pan, and I let it rise for another 90 minutes or so until it was pretty tall in the pan. And then I baked it at 350 for 45 minutes, it ended up being. And then it came out and it was gorgeous. Oh, I just wanted to encourage you to just try it, okay? It may seem like your starter is dead and it may seem like it's a lost cause. Look at it this way. Basically, I made dried yeast in the back of my fridge. And so I took that out, crushed it up, got it wet and active and fed it, and it went and did what it was supposed to do, right? So don't discount your starter. Let your nose and your eyes tell you if it's a lost cause. If it's rotten, obviously throw it out. But otherwise, just go ahead and give it a shot and just feed it, stir it, and feed it to see what it does for you. So the next steps for me is I'm going to leave it on the counter, probably feed it a couple more times before I am done with it. And then I will store it away in the fridge and bring it out when I am ready to use it. I'm going to try to replicate this result just to make sure that it is scientific. But I've done this actually many times. That's how I store my starter for backup. Give it a shot and let me know if you guys have had similar situations or had starter that you have brought back to life. Talk to you later. Bye.